Open number.
All right, second grade. Today we are talking about using an open number line to help us add our tens and ones. Please follow along closely, and you'll maybe have already noticed there are number lines on the back of your purple hundreds chart, so that way you already have this tool ready to go in your blue folder. So let's jump in and get started.
How can you use an open number line to add tens and ones? Find 48 plus 23. Use the open number line. One way to find this sum is to place 48 on the number line and show jumps by tens and ones. 23 is 2 tens and 3 ones. Make 2 jumps by tens and 3 jumps by ones. What is the sum?
Select your answer.
All right, so the reason we call it an open number line is because it does not have numbers already on it. We get to add the numbers that work for our problem. So instead of having a number line that starts from 0 and being super long because we're looking at 48 to 71, we can choose to let our number line start here at 48. So we put the notch here for 48, and we do that because that's the number we're starting with in our equation. Then we're looking at 23, and we're splitting that into tens and ones. Well, there are 2 tens in 23, so I make 2 jumps of 10. Here's one jump. 48 plus 10 is 58, and then I make another jump of 10. 58 plus 10 is 68. Now I've counted for my tens. I have to account for my ones. Well, I have 3 ones. I could do that in one jump of 3, but to make sure that I'm being accurate, I'm going to split it into 3 jumps of 1. So I say plus 1, 68 plus 1 is 69, 69 plus 1 is 70, 70 plus 1 is 71. So when I am done with those jumps, I can see I've added 10 plus 10, that's 20. 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 3. I've added 23, so 48 plus 23 gets me here to 71.
The sum of 48 and 23 is 71. How can you tell that 23 has been added to 48? The sum of the jumps is 10 plus 10 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. This equals 23. Another way to use an open number line to add 48 and 23 is to make bigger jumps. You can add 20 in one jump, then add 2, then add 1 more. How is this way of finding 48 plus 23 different from the first way? Is the sum the same?
Okay, this is a great question. The sum is the same because I just added them in different chunks. What I want you to notice in the second strategy is they did one jump of 20. 48 plus 20 is 68, and then they did what's called making the 10. You maybe remember that strategy from the beginning of the year. I know that 8 plus 2 is 10, so if I add 2 to 68, I'm getting to the next nearest 10, which is 70, and then I can just add one more. 70 plus 1 is 71. I would say that if this way works for your brain, or even doing 2 plus 1 and doing it as a jump of 3, if that is comfortable for you, great. If you're not quite sure about that, break it down into smaller chunks. You can always break it into smaller chunks, and as long as you are drawing and labeling your chunks accurately, you should have no problem at all.
The jumps are bigger. The first jump shows counting on by 2 tens to get to 68. The smaller jumps show counting on 2 ones and then 1 more. The sum is the same.
Now you know how to add tens and ones on an open number line.
Okay, let's take a look at the other video for just a smidge more information, and then we will move forward.
"34 plus 22. I want to find the sum of these two numbers by adding tens and ones. Let's figure it out. First, I'll draw my handy-dandy number line and write 34 on it. Well, 22 is 2 tens and 2 ones, so let's add them. If I add 10, I get 44. If I add 10 more, I get 54. But wait, there's more. 2 ones are left. Let's add them on. 54 plus 1 equals 55. And 55 plus 1 equals 56. So 34 plus 22 equals 56. But I can even make bigger jumps on the number line and get the same answer. Don't believe me? Let me show you. So we're solving the problem 34 plus 22. I can actually add both tens in 22 at the same time. So 34 plus 20 equals 54. Add the 2 ones and we get 56. Well, look at that. Same answer as before. So whether you use small jumps or bigger jumps, adding tens and ones using an open number line makes problem solving a whole lot easier.
All right. Nice job, guys. Let's go ahead and open up our math books. You're in your Pink Dot book, and we are on page 97. So I am getting my book opened up, and I will meet you on page 97. Here we go. So we are starting here on page 97 for just a little extra practice. You can see that the problem we need to solve is 35 plus 24. I'm going to make myself a tens and ones chart, and I'm going to pop 24 in there so I know exactly how many 10 jumps and how many ones jumps. Then I'm going to plant 35 right here on my number line. I can see I have to make 2 jumps of 10, so I'm going to say plus 10, plus 10. 35 plus 10 is 45, and 45 plus 10 is 55. Now I've done this part, I need to do my ones. So I'm going to say plus 1, 56, plus 1, 57, plus 1, 58, plus 1 is 59. I can go back and check. I added 2 groups of 10, check. I added 1, 2, 3, 4 ones, check. So I can write my final equation down here as 35 plus 24 equals 59. Okay, let's turn the page and let's look at number 1. It sets us up here with 59 plus 24, and it's having us make this in bigger jumps. So it says 59 plus 20 equals 79. If I'm wondering how we got that, I can do that on the side, and I see 9 plus 0 is 9, and 5 plus 2 is 7. So I see how we got 59 plus 20 equals 79, plus 1 more equals 80, plus 3 more equals 83. If your mind is understanding making your jumps like this, great. If you are not quite sure how to do that, that's fine. Make the smaller jumps. For number 2, we are starting here with 47. I'm splitting into tens and ones. I see I have 2 jumps of 10, so I'm going to say plus 10 is 57, plus 10 is 67. Now I need to add 5 ones, so I'm going to say plus 1, 68, plus 1, 69, plus 1, 70, plus 1, 71, plus 1, 72. And there's my answer. You can use, you can use both sides of your purple hundreds chart, the hundreds chart to help you with the counting, and the other side to use to draw the number line. For numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6, you need to draw the number line. You need to show me your jumps because like we talked about yesterday, it's great if this is just making sense for you or if you have another strategy where you can solve these math problems without drawing it out. That's great. But the goal of this work right now is to show me you know this strategy. So when I come and check your math book, you need to have your number here. You need to show me your jumps and label your jumps. Okay? So make sure you do that job. Now, for number 7, it says Matt found 55 plus 28 using the open number line below. Is his work correct? Explain. So we are going 55 plus 28. He said plus 10, okay, plus 10, okay, plus 10. So we only saw that there were 2 10s to do and 8 1s. But Matt knows that 8 plus 2 equals 10, so that means 10 minus 2 equals 8. So he had added an extra group of 10 and then subtracted 2. This is a subtraction. Is his answer correct? Yes or no? And you can explain that to me by saying, yes, he's correct because I tried it on a number line on my own and got the same answer. And that's what I would like you to do. Make your number line here. Show me 55 plus 28 on this number line using the strategy that we have been practicing and tell me if your answer is the same. Okay? This is the answer that he's telling us he got by doing the minus 2. See if your answer is the same. All right, we are going to look at our quick check. Let's look at the quick check. You must use a whiteboard. You must use your hundreds chart. You must use some sort of tool on these problems today. They are too involved for you to be acting like you can do them just mental math style. You cannot. Which equations do the number lines show? Are they the same value? So, what am I starting at? What am I adding? Where do I end? That tells me what equation is being shown. So if I look at this first one, I'm starting at 37. That's my starting point. Oops, let's clear everything. Let's try again. 37 plus what equals, and my ending point is 64. So what did I add? Well, I did 2 jumps of 10. Oh boy, that's a messy 4. Sorry, guys. I did 2 jumps of 10, so that's 2 in my hundreds, or in my tens place, and then 3 plus 4 is 7. Does that work? The question is, are they the same value? Check out the next one, 27. Why does it do that? I don't like it. I'm gonna just keep moving. The next question is saying 27 plus some number equals 64. 27 plus something equals 60. Oh my goodness gracious, 64. Okay, these are some messy numbers, but you get the idea. Now I'm counting up how many jumps of 10. 1, 2, 3 jumps of 10. And I still have a jump of 3 and a jump of 4, so that's still 7 ones. Are these problems the same? That's up to you to decide. Make sure you read carefully all of the options. Let's look at number 2. Oops. Oh boy. I'm leaving that little red dot this time. Here we go, number 2. Use an open number line to find the sum of 59 plus 23. So we're starting at 59. You need to draw this either on your purple number lines or on a whiteboard. If I catch people not using their tools, that's going to have a consequence. You must use your tools to do this math. 59 plus 23, so 2 jumps of 10, 3 jumps of 1. Solve. Number 3. Emily has 52 beads. She buys 16 more. How many does she have in all? 52 plus 16. Draw it on the open number line and solve. Number 4. Did I already say number 4? I don't know. Jamie has 38 buttons. Lisa gives her 24 more. How many does she have now? 38 plus 24. Draw it on your number line and solve. And finally, number 5 says drag the numbers to complete. What numbers are missing from the number line to find the sum of 46 plus 24? So, we are starting at 46. 1 jump of 10 would be what? Another jump of 10 would be what? And then plus 4 more. So this is your jump of, here, I'll draw this part for you. This is a jump of 10. This is a jump of 10. This is a jump of 4. So this is 4. These are both jumps of 10. Okay. These are both jumps of 10. Label. You can do this. Take your time. Do your best. Make sure you do your practice buddy first.